screwing it up again.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Travis here, and today this is like take 24 because Maxie keeps laughing. He can't stop laughing. And my dad keeps like throwing stuff. If you have any noise, it's him. It's him. Okay. Today we're making a very special video. Our English teacher, Mr. Biddle, is making us do a report on a problem in the world. So we picked policy and cops in schools because we think they're violating some. Put that down. Some people's like their personal stuff. We were doing research and we found this article and we took some stuff out and like rearranged it and stuff. And apparently, what it said was about 1/3 of public schools already have armed guards across the country. There's like
25,000
schools that
have people
have
cops and stuff.
Armed security staff, according to 2009-2010 school year. Sorry.
I'm crying.
Arming the other 2/3 of the schools across the state or in the country would cost a lot, like $2 billion. The middle class police officer alone makes like $55,000 a year. So figure that arming the rest of the nation's public schools would cost at least $2 billion. The government has a pretty large budget, so $55,000 that's really nothing to them. It's also true that school shootings and murders are relatively rare, so that's probably not. You don't really need to arm the schools because
like after school, I would understand, but like during school, I would not understand.
Like around 4 o'clock, then have them just like patrol the park or something.
You know, like people are violated.
His story came up in 2004. 21 students were murdered on school grounds, while like 1,500 were murdered outside of school. So I had a question is where police resources could best be put to use, and that's what we said. We answered it at the park or at after school hours, or just like patrol the school, or maybe even at late at night.
This one girl that we heard about on YouTube. This one girl, her name is Joey Smith, Joey Smith.
It's J-O. Anyway, it's Joy Smith. Her story's pretty interesting. I'm gonna read it to you guys right now. She says, "I dialed my mom 1,000 times, but no one answered. I was getting angrier by the second. The situation didn't feel right. A school security guard had just removed me from my classroom and taken me to the office." So basically, they're like I think they're in Oakland or something like that.
That's what she said in the video.
There at lunchtime, there was a girl there, and they were like arguing and stuff. And one of the girls pulled out a knife, and they thought it was this girl, Joy. But the guard and the school counselor asked if I had any sharp objects on me, and they said they were going to have to search my bag. She quotes, "But I look back at them confidently and say, no one will be checking my bag without my mom here." My mom always told my sister and me to never let anyone search or question us without her knowing or being there. She wants to make sure we don't put ourselves in any kind of danger or uncomfortable situation. When school security realized that I wasn't going to just hand over my rights, they called the school police officers to make sure the search was enforced. I was getting angry, starting to boil over. I guess the whole thing was like a case. It was a case of mistaken identity.
Yeah.
And she didn't have anything in her bag that
violated. And there's a white girl that pulled up the knife, and then they blamed her.
Just because she was black.
Because she was black.
That's racism.
That is, but
just
what word
black doesn't mean that they have a weapon in their backpack. He's not in the video.
He is.
Weird. Okay, whatever.
He turned around and...
That's not the point. I guess she felt violated. She felt really violated. like the school had more control over her and her personal belongings than she did.
Whoa. Something came out.
This is a nearest update. I've been following up on the Oakland Unified School District, and they recently passed a new policy saying school police officers must tell students that they have the right for a parent to be present before, during, and interrogation. So, this is the second part of her story. It says, her mom is a personal homeland security. She makes me feel safe wherever I am. I would have felt a lot better knowing she was contacted before I was pulled out of class for an incident that didn't even involve me. This spring, I transferred out of my high school because of what happened, and how was I supposed to do schoolwork when I felt like nobody on campus would defend me? I hope the new policy means that no kid ever feels that uncomfortable or unprotected on school grounds again. With a perspective on Joy Smith.
That's what she said,
so this is her story, and what we figured out is it's not really necessary to have police on school campus until after hours, because that's only when like the people come out, is around 6 and later. So I think we need less police in schools. One, it would be costing the government less money to keep up. Like maybe just have like 1 or 2, not like 4 to 5, because this school district had 4 to 5.
Didn't we have one like one time and then they left, and then he left next year?
I have no idea. This is my first year. That's all right.
We had a couple guy now in 6th grade and he left, and all this weird stuff.
So that's another point that he brought up. That just reminded me. There's only one security guard, and nothing ever bad happens really at that school, except for maybe like an underage drinking problem in the park, maybe.
No, like some kid did drink.
Yeah,
you know that one girl?
It was a girl, yeah.
Yeah, Kiki, I think is her nickname, but I know her name's like Curry.
Shut up!
I don't know. I'm not saying the last name.
You cannot say that.
You can
retarded.
edit it, retarded. Well, good. You've done it the last 8 times.
Yeah. So I don't think that we should have like a lot of police on school campus, because they're really not that necessary. Like I said, until after hours. So yeah. Another reason is because, well, that's not really a reason. They don't. I don't know what to say now.
What she's saying is that she doesn't want to feel violated from a cop telling her, "Come here now," or you're like getting some. Or
you're gonna get arrested and go to prison for stealing cupcakes.
Hey, do not talk like Mr. Burns.
I'm not talking. It's not Mr. Burns.
Or someone.
Stop talking.
So bad at the end.
If I was done that, which I have never been pulled out by a police officer, yet, I would.
He's not. He means he's not going to be doing bad stuff in his life. He won't either. Will I? Will never.
Exactly. So, if I was to be pulled out of class by a police officer, I wouldn't go with him. I'd like.
Yeah, I'm staying here. I'm staying right here, right now.
Go away.
I'm listening to Mr. Biddle.
Mr. Biddle will be like, just take him. He's annoying anyway.
Sometimes he is.
Mr. Biddle doesn't like me. You do not like me, Mr. Biddle. I know that for a fact.
It's a small battery.
Put the battery down. Okay.
You can edit it. That's just
so,
bye-bye.
I might edit this video. I might not. I might forget to. I might forget to. So, please do not deduct his points if you see he's all the one making all the stuff. Exactly. So, thank you for taking your time to listen to us present this video. Bye.